How's it going, everyone? This is Leo Perales, and this is the Perales Report. Just like I mentioned before on many other videos, we're not only going to talk about politics, we're going to talk about art, we're going to talk about culture, we're going to talk about Instagram, we're going to talk about everything that affects us in our daily lives. Today, I have a very special guest, Tobaski Snipes, and he's going to talk about Envision Better. Go ahead, Tobaski. And for all the people out there who don't know who you are, who is Tobaski Snipes?
All right. Well, first of all, thank you, Leo, for giving me this awesome opportunity to be a part of your organization and what you're doing. I feel very privileged and honored. I know people have you in high regard, so just to be in your presence and a part of what you're trying to build here is absolutely amazing. I look forward to your continued success. Well, like you said before, my name is Tobaski Snipes. I am the founder, CEO of Envision Better. And the premise behind Envision Better is the fact that coming from the humble beginnings in which I came to the area that I am now, where I'm truly living my dream, I understand that that's a possibility for everybody. And there's a couple of factors that is key into making that dream of your own come true. Now, it's different for everybody. Sometimes it's material things for individuals. Sometimes it's just having acquaintances and people that you just want to connect with living a very minimalistic life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your dream is your dream. Nobody gets to define that except for you. And so what I've seen over the time, so before I really dive into it, I'm going to let you know a little bit about myself, who I am, and why I'm here in front of you. So, born and raised in North Carolina, okay, with a single mother and a sister. I left there and went to college, played sports, scholarship, 2 different sports, football and baseball. Loved sports. I was supposed to be a superstar athlete at some point in time, but my life took a different route. So what ended up happening was I joined the military. Since I went to college to study biology, the medical field is something that interested me. I became a surgical tech in the military, and 3 years after that, I decided it was time to move forward and advance not only my knowledge, my income, but also my life experiences. So I decided to become a helicopter pilot. I went on to train at Fort Rucker as a Kiowa Warrior OH-58 Delta pilot, in which I did that for approximately 12 years. I retired out of the military after being stationed at Fort Drum, Fort Lewis, Alabama. And so I've traveled the entire nation. I've stayed in all different types of climates. I've met a tremendous amount of very, very important people and people that actually changed my life. So I know that life experiences and personal interactions is something that really can't be is not quantifiable. So those are very important to me. I ended up retiring out of the service a year and a half ago, and it's been absolutely an amazing journey. I wouldn't trade what I've done and what I'm doing right now for the world. So what I realized is that even though my time serving our country meant a lot to me, I've had some incredible relationships throughout the time. I've lost some people, and they all touched me, in their own significant way. So I appreciate all of that. But what I learned was that even though I've served my country, it's time to serve my community. So during my time, me being a young father, I realized that there was a need to really bring the household back together. So I decided to go on a journey to really do some study and research on how I was able to stay involved in my children's life, how other males have been able to stay involved in their children's life. And I wanted to create a foundation that would support anybody that wanted to be active and help them overcome the barriers of being involved in their child's life. So that's where Envision Better started about 3 years ago. I was still in the service, but it wasn't until now that I really started to take flight in what I'm trying to do. Well, as I moved to Tri-Cities, Washington, once again, I've come across some amazing people, and it just broadened my horizon on the direction that I wanted to take. And that direction now is more building a community environment. And in that community, ultimately, the young fathers out there that's going to need somebody to reach out to will have folks like myself and folks like Leo available to be able to reach out to them and help them in pursuit of, being involved in their kids' life, being the best father, being the best individual that they can be. So right now, there's 4 different pillars to Envision Better. I have the community portion of it where the whole idea is to give back. Every month we're going to have the set up to where we're going to do something for somebody within the community, whether it be an elderly individual or somebody of a physical handicap or a nonprofit organization. That's going to be our way of giving back. Our next pillar is the mind portion. So mind, body, and business is something that I hold key, and I think it's a success. What people need in order to be successful, kind of like being rich in all 3 of those areas. So in the mind, one of the things that I've noticed is that the philosophy of America has changed from where we really wanted to be. Again, that's empowering yourself and empowering your community, and ultimately you empower the nation, which empowers the world. Okay, so with help work on the philosophies that we have. The body portion, when you have those dreams that you want, your philosophy is right. It's really hard to tackle those if you're physically fatigued or not capable to keep up with your own passions. So I have partners that's ready and willing to reach out and help out in that regard. And then the financial aspect, no matter what dream you have, the way society is set up now, you have to be able to support it financially. And that's something that we're going to talk about. There's amazing ways to be able to improve your financial situation without taking you away from your family. And that's where I want to talk to you about a company called 5 Links is what I use and what I recommend, highly recommend. But there's other ways out there in order to be able to create a successful income without taking you away from your family and without being overly stressed, and you can really do the things that you are in pursuit of doing. So that's the premise of Envision Better. Like I said, we have a community is huge, and we want to strengthen everybody in the mind, the body, and then your financial situations. And ultimately, when you become a better you, we become a better we, and then the world just becomes a better world. So that's what we're looking for. Envision better, achieve more, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tobaski. You said it all. That was fire. So I'm going to provide all of Tobaski's information at the end of this video. So please reach out to him, comment on this video, go to his website, go to his Facebook pages, and I think this is a good organization that's finally came here to the Tri-Cities, especially Kennewick, and it's just a way to build community. I think that's what we need right now. I think that's what a lot of us think we need right now. We need more sense of community, and that's exactly what this organization and these business ventures that you can get into will ultimately bring. So this is the Paralysis Report. Have a good one.